Dun, dun, dun. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Off the Wall YouTube channel. My name is Bogz with my girl Sol. Today, how are you today, Sol? First of all,
I'm doing good. Excited to see some more Spielberg. He knocked it out of the park with West Side Story, so ready to see what his next venture is.
yes, Sol is correct. We are today reacting to The Fabelmans, which is a semi-autobiographical story based on Spielberg himself and growing up in Arizona. Stellar cast. I've got Spielberg directing. We've got have Michelle Williams plays his mother. Paul Dano plays his father. Seth Rogen's in this. I believe is his best friend. Gabriel LaBelle plays Sammy Fabelman. And we've got Judge Hirsch in it as well, plus others. But I say let's get to it. So it seems interesting. You know, Spielberg, quite frankly, one of the best directors of all time. So I believe it could be a love letter to his family, to movies, to his Jewish, upbringings and things like that. So, yeah, I say let's give it a watch.
Movies are dreams that you never forget.
That's cool.
Sammy?
See? First viewing of moving pictures and
Yeah.
The lights change how everything looks. It's hard to find our house.
Ours is the dark house with no lights.
And there you go.
In this family, it's the scientists versus the artists. Sammy's on my team, takes after me. What kind of movie are we gonna make?
E.T. Beginnings.
You dismiss what he does that's playful or imaginative. You could afford to be a little encouraging.
She should have been a concert piano player. What she got in her heart is what you got.
You can't just love something, you also have to take care of it. It's more important than your hobby.
Can you stop calling it a hobby?
Mom got a monkey.
Why'd you get a monkey?
Because I needed a laugh.
What other reason to get
You
one?
always have to be the center of attention.
Stop shouting at her.
That has been nothing but disrespect from you. I'm your mother!
Family, art. It'll tear you in two.
You stop making movies, that'll break your mother's heart.
I don't know what to do anymore.
You do what your heart says you have to. What was your favorite part?
Yeah, so I believe he did what he wanted to do and what his heart told him to do. So because we know what happens next. But yeah, overall, it's clearly his backstory, his family, obviously growing up Jewish, seeing the maybe problems of being an artist via the medium of filmmaking, and obviously having to deal with discrimination and things like that, fresh out of World War II as well. Maybe dealing with some of the effects of his family being former Holocaust survivors as well, and how that influenced him in making movies. So yeah, I mean, he's a fascinating character. But yeah, what are your first initial thoughts on the trailer?
I kind of loved it from what the trailer is showing. Like, this has made this one of my most anticipated movies this year. It looks like just a complete love letter, not only to filmmaking, but to his mother as well. Because his mother said, in this family, you have the artist and the scientist. And you can tell his mother was the artist side, like with playing piano. She should have been a concert pianist. I believe then, like, his mother didn't follow her dreams is what it's kind of showing off. So the fact that you have someone that did follow their dreams and made movies, and that if you stop making movies, it'll break your mother's heart. So this seems very much I know we have father-son movies. This looks like a mother-son movie.
Yeah, definitely. And especially them days, mothers giving up a potential career, their dreams for a family life.
Hmm.
They look obviously very middle class as well. Seeing their struggles in a middle class environment, in a suburban, situation and lifestyle, but also getting potentially bullied. Like I
Yeah.
said, discrimination, and the problems. Going you're trying to be a director. Obviously we see he's lauded there by some of his friends, and family do. Obviously he's winning his family over, but obviously we know Paul Dano as well as an actor, fantastic character actor he is, that physically looks potentially quite subtle and mild, but is super aggressive, passive aggressive, and
Hmm.
can flip out like that. So want to see how controlled he is as well, as his
Yeah.
father. And was anything, how was that relationship with him as well, in terms of uh, any kind of headbutting or worse
Mhm.
potentially? But we'll see. I don't know enough of his childhood backstory to know what happens, but yeah. And obviously his friendship as well, and what influenced movies coming up, especially in his early career. Obviously we saw ET influences there, monster movies, gangster movies, kind of references I saw there as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, I, doesn't, for me, it doesn't look like the most thrilling thing in the world or the most interesting story, but Spielberg is absolutely one of my favorite directors. I have thought that many times about Spielberg works, and then watch the movie and being in awe of it. So absolutely, we'll give it a chance, no doubt, because he's one of the greats of all time to do it. If you told me he was the best director of all time, I think if you stop most people in the street and ask them who's the number one, I think that's like Spielberg. So
Yeah.
yeah, final thoughts on the trailer and the movie as well.
I guess seeing it from like my perspective too, like I am a musician myself and kind of, but that's not my career or anything. So those kind of like choosing between a career path or between being an artist, and you're like, oh, I like eating food. Like I like to be able to provide for myself. So it's always cool when people are able to make it in those kind of fields. And just I have family members and friends who are Jewish and who um, it's always when they're younger, they're like, why don't we have Christmas lights up? Why don't we have a tree? Why don't we? So I think we're going to see a little bit of that too, because, oh, we're the only house on the street without lights. So that's going to be, I think that's going to play interesting to see kind of like from that perspective of if he's in a neighborhood that's of everyone else celebrates Christmas, but their family, that can kind of give that outcast vibe. And I'm always here for an underdog or an outcast.
Yeah, and he has many interviews over the years I've seen. Spoke about his struggles growing up, and his problems, which influenced the movies and decisions he made, and obviously befriending someone like George Lucas, who's of also of a Jewish ancestry. So maybe we might see a young George Lucas. Who knows? I believe they met
Maybe,
at college, but yeah, who knows? I don't know if it'll go to
maybe
that
that's
phase,
Seth
but
Rogen.
yeah, possibly, who knows. But yeah, it's looks interesting, and yeah, can't wait to watch. So out this Thanksgiving. But thank you guys so much for watching this reaction today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We've got lots of stuff dropping lately from TIFF. This also premiered at TIFF as well, film festival. So check out other trailer reactions from that, and we'll see you on the next video.